Okay, Jeff, your box has arrived, so we're going to get you opened up and have a look at what you've sent. Okay, well, here we go. Let's have a look. Okay. Very good. Alright, we got a 6309 here. Alright, well, what do we have here? Okay, so this is your 1982 6309 7049, and this one is the not so long text. So they came in a couple different varieties. This one has the 6009 704X T Movement Japan Cased Hong Kong, and it looks like it is a watch that saw use for sure. This is a worn watch, which is nice to see, but what's really nice is that the hands and the dial are in excellent condition, which means that it has not seen a great deal of moisture over its lifetime, at least condensing here in the crystal and tarnishing the hands, which is very nice. So that's really a great thing to see. So case condition is worn, of course, but that's to be expected with a watch that has seen a life on a wrist. The dial, of course, like I said, is in good shape. You've got still some reddish tint to your water resist text, which is nice. And your bezel insert, although definitely has seen some wear, has a nice sort of bluish hue, which these tend to take on. You've got a little bit of damage here by your pip, but I think your pip glass is still in place. And we'll get that cleaned up, of course, and have a good look. Crown screws down. We're about to click over day and date here, so that's good. Crown does screw in just fine. That's nice. Good solid working there. Let's go through and just check all the functionality while we've got it here. Again, and take it through one more time to watch the day and the date click over. So date first, then day. That's good. Alright, let's check the quick set. Also functional, which is nice. Everything's aligned, which is really nice. English-Spanish day wheel, which is not unexpected for a watch in the US. Okay, so let's have a look at your movement. I think I'm going to have to get this on the machine to get this off. Your spring bars are not quite the right length. I think these are a bit long for this, so I'm going to change these out rather than try and yank them out. I'm just going to change them. So give me a moment, I'll get your case back. Okay, so I was able to get things loosened up, so we're going to take a look together into the back of the watch. Oh, looks very good, very clean. No service marks, a little bit of dust, but nothing too bad. So that's good. You know, again, this looks like a watch that stayed dry, which bodes well for you and for me, as it is something that reflects, you know, care has been taken to make sure that it's not in bad shape. You definitely have a worn arbor jewel here, or arbor hole. The port is essentially completely worn out, which is why we add jewels to this. You can see this whole mechanism here, especially the top of the screw, does a bit of a wobble as I push on your the motion of this ratchet wheel that isn't planar leads to wear. You can actually see here it's worn in, and we're gonna see that as we open up the watch movement, for sure. Okay, well, let's just check the function. Let's see how it's running. It is running, which is always great. We're going to put some power in, and then we will have a quick look on the Timegrapher and see how it does. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that now. Be right back. Okay, well, not unexpected for a 35, 40-year-old watch that has never seen service. It certainly is due for one, and you have a signal, which is good. It's not a bunch of snow. You have very low amplitude, and you're out of adjustment, terribly out of adjustment, in terms of your beat error and your rate. But those are just things we can modify very simply just by making adjustment. It's really about the value of the amplitude, and that sort of reflects how well the power from the mainspring is making its way through the train of wheels and over to the escapement, and that amplitude is considerably low. It's about 100 degrees, 90 to 100 degrees off from where it should be. So that means you're really lagging and losing power through the train, and it's progressively getting worse, which means that whatever power spike we got from winding the mainspring is certainly losing its way as it sees friction through the movement. Anyway, so that's just a long way of saying it definitely needs service. It definitely needs the jeweling. So we will get to that. All right, let's go back to the bench. Okay, Jeff. Well, we are ready to get started and get you moving through the process. You had asked for sort of a finer quote, and I think the quote that I've sent you is pretty much spot on with what we need. I don't foresee anything. The mainspring, I don't know what kind of condition it's in, but generally they're usually pretty good and totally reusable unless they've broken or really have lost their spring. So I don't foresee any additional charges. Just the cleaning and the new crystal. If we do want to replace it, I would recommend it. It will bring the watch up tremendously condition-wise just to have a new crystal. So I think we're ready to move forward. Got all the information I need to start doing what I need to do, and I'll be in touch. And thanks again for sending in your watch, and thanks for watching. All right, I'll be in touch.